East Germans have been coming to the West ever since Germany was divided shortly after the war. Between 1949 and 1961, some 3.5 million crossed over. These people are headed for a processing center in Gießen, West Germany. Slowing down the flow of refugees was the reason East Germany built the Berlin Wall in 1961. But the people are still coming. Nearly 600,000 have emigrated or escaped since '61. We tend to assume that after someone emigrates or escapes from the East, his problems are over. But living in the West requires some adjustment. And for some people, it's not easy. In West Berlin, the first stop for most East Germans is a dormitory such as this, run by Protestant churches and financed by the city. They usually stay 4 or 5 months while trying to get situated. Around 140 people, both families and individuals, live here at any one time. Newcomers say one thing that amazes them is the wide variety of consumer goods available, especially in supermarkets. They also like the fact that they can travel and say what they think without fear of arrest. This woman emigrated to West Berlin with her husband and 2 sons because they wanted to open their own restaurant in the East and couldn't get permission to do it. It's important, they say, to decide your own future. Project Director Thomas Sauer told us the refugees are very enthusiastic at first, but their optimism is mixed with anxiety because of all the decisions they face. He says nearly everyone has second thoughts about having come here. Angela Modler has been in West Berlin since last summer, but she says she still feels as if she has one foot in the East.
We who have been brought up and educated in the East are used to having our lives organized for us and not being responsible for ourselves. In this context, life here is certainly different, and there is some stress.
I'm speaking to you.
Dr. Rainer Kaderbach, a psychiatrist, told us 10% of the immigrants have trouble adjusting and require clinical treatment for stress. Life is so different here that night school classes are offered to acquaint the immigrants with everyday situations. This class is dealing with credit and insurance. Buying on credit is unheard of in East Germany, and insurance is provided by the government. But despite the adjustments and stress, the people we talked with said they came to the West seeking freedom, and they found it.
It's very depressing when you're standing in front of the wall and crying, knowing you can't take that little step across. When I came to the West, it gave me a great feeling of happiness.
Walt Christofferson, European Journal, Berlin.